Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we are going to be doing the Roomba thought. It's not gonna be Mina here with us today. She's busy preparing stuff for later on because we have moved the D&D to Sundays, so it is right after the Roomba thought. Now then, we do have a bolt and a meat. So we're gonna go say hi to them. We're gonna put the fucking Santa image away, and we're gonna join them in the call and say hello. Hello!
Ooh.
There's Bolt. Hello, Bolt. Now waiting on Meep to show up.
I am here.
There he is. He is here. Oh, Meep.
Well, that was quick.
Yes, that was incredibly
I
quick.
guess to just start off with one question. Did you nap well?
Yes.
Nappies.
I guess you, really
Sometimes
needed
you
a
just-
power nap.
Sometimes you just need a power nap, even if you
Because-
sleep the
Yeah.
right amount of hours.
Then again, it's also summer, so maybe you might have been exhausted because of the heat outside. Who knows? You do.
Spain a moment.
I mean, over here it was like 32 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna be honest, even in the temperature, it's just... I feel like even if I'm doing absolutely nothing, I still just melt. It's awful.
It's only 89 Fahrenheit. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great, but it's
Meep,
not bad.
remember this. He's Dutch. He's not used to high temperatures like us.
I forget. While the Netherlands is a swamp, it's not nearly as warm a swamp as Florida, a place with the same elevation on average.
The Netherlands is a much colder place than Florida.
Then again, it also rains here quite often, so go figure.
Well, it rains quite often in Florida. It's called a hurricane.
Yeah. I guess I
The
can
reason-
complain about the heat as much as I want.
The reason the infrastructure is so good in Florida is they need to completely rebuild it every 2 years.
Yeah. So, shall we get
Right?
first train of thought going for the
The
Roomba?
Roomba of thought.
It shall be moving. So, where's
Yeah, that's what we're
talking.
talking about.
He's so in the idea box of our list of ideas, how far up did we go? We did that last time, I'm pretty sure.
I think we did it all last
We did
time.
that. I know we
we
did
did
that.
everything last
We
time.
did that.
I mean, I had the how
Did Jimmy
fucking
talk
wild
about Pal
child.
World? Did you talk about Pal World?
No,
Pal
I don't
World
think
with
I
Jimmy?
don't think we did talk about Pal World. I think that was after.
That's
the fact.
Pokemon Gun, right?
Yes. So okay, before we get on hand, yes, it is Pokemon Gun, but the devs, Dual Pocket, released a video the other day talking about a little bit of a questions and answer, explaining how it's going, and honestly, the more this game goes and the more things they reveal and show to the public, the more excited I am to actually play that fucking game. Like it is, like we completely changed the engine from the first build to the current build, for example. I think now they're doing Unreal Engine, and beforehand it was doing Unity Engine. Hold on. Power World English. Also on their Twitter, they're like not every single day, but like every so often. Oh shit! News. It's from the 12th of May, but I just discovered this. It has 7 languages for on launch, apart from English and Japanese. Yeah, French, Spanish, German,
So 9
Italian,
languages.
Portuguese, Russian, and Korean. So it technically has more language support than Pokemon does, because Pokemon doesn't have Portuguese translations.
How? Wait, they didn't even put in a Portuguese translation when they released the region that's literally Iberia.
Correct.
Bro. Imagine they release a region that's Brazil and they don't provide an option that's in Portuguese.
That would be funny. Also, they just, like, they're sharing so much stuff about the game, it's kind of funny. They shared a tutorial.
Kid Icarus, yes, I get it, EU French. However, keep in mind, there's quite a lot of countries that speak French because France was a major colonial power. Like, half of those countries that speak French have had a coup in the last 10 years.
Vietnam. Pretty sure Vietnam speaks French, or has French-speaking people.
Vietnam was a French colony, yes, however, they pretty thoroughly speak Vietnamese. I'm more talking about, like, West Africa,
Ah.
where France had a lot of its colonies.
But yeah, it is. Like, ever since I saw the first trailer, and I was like, what the fuck is this game? I'm gonna be checking it from time to time. I was thinking it was going to flop. Like, actually fucking flop. But they seem to know what the fuck they're doing. And it's honestly kinda exciting. Like, it'll feature multiplayer, and you can play with people and then, you know, fight other people as well. And there's going to be, like, servers and realms as well. Sort of like it would be like in Minecraft.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, on the topic of Pokemon
Yes.
related things, the other day I saw someone talking about how in the Gen 5 Part 2 there was the challenge mode that you could unlock.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, point and left, it was like, oh yes, we'll lock this behind completion of the game. That's, you know, kind of dumb, but that's somehow not the dumbest thing.
Uh-huh.
Because, thing is, challenge mode was locked behind beating Pokemon Black 2.
Was it Black 2? I think it was White 2. I think Black 2 is...
Pokemon White 2? No. Well, the point is, one of them's challenge mode, the other one, you unlock easy mode.
Yeah, and that's Black 2, because I know this for
Beat the
fact.
game. You beat the game and you unlock easy mode.
Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
I mean,
Why, Nintendo?
it's... Okay, let me explain. I think I can understand the reason why. Maybe they wanted it to share with other people, because it is one of the things you can share around. You can share the keys to challenge mode and easy mode. So if you have a friend that is really struggling on the game for whatever reason, you can give them the key to easy mode. And if you want a friend, and if a friend is going to restart the game and they want a harder mode, you can give them the key to challenge mode.
Also, the fact that their version exclusive is dumb. I'm pretty sure White 2 is the easy mode, Jimmy.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Pretty
Black 2
sure.
because I have a copy of Black 2 and I got easy mode on Black 2.
Challenge key Pokemon. The challenge mode unlocked after defeating the Pokemon League in Black 2.
Oh, well, I guess never mind. I guess I'm fucking stupid.
Anyway, and now for something completely different. I would like to speak about the very, very funny aircraft by the name of the AT-802U Sky Warden.
That sounds like a... What's it called? A Russian aircraft.
It is not. It's an American aircraft.
Ah.
It is basically slotted to like pseudo replace the A10 funny Burt gun machine.
Many.
Yeah, the funny Burt machine. Because I would like to everyone to keep in mind as popular as the A10 Thunderbolt 2 Warthog is, it was introduced in 1977.
That is kind of old.
It's a nearly 50-year-old plane, okay?
Also, I'm gonna share in the images section one of PAL trailers. Also, now that I've realized, they changed the link. It's now X instead of Twitter.
Oh, Elon Musk finally got around to
Yep.
doing that. Okay. So does that mean we can now buy the Twitter domain? That's probably already been done. Let's be real.
Yeah,
They probably
probably.
had a bot basically sitting on it, ready to buy it up as soon as it went down. There's probably like a bunch of people with the bot actually. Anyway, yeah. So the A10, the funny Burt machine, is basically it's kept around for basically one reason, and that is it is pretty damn cheap to run, and it can take off from really shitty airfields. Those are basically the two reasons it's kept around. Because basically, other than that, it is horribly obsolete in basically every way.
Yeah. Also, but it has funny bird gun.
Has the funny Burt gun. It's a very funny weapon. It's not a very good one. Like, it's very funny and all that, but its intended primary purpose was to meme tanks, and they tested that like 40 years ago, and like, yeah, this doesn't really work. And if we're being honest, most things that like the A10 could Burt with its gun, it could do that, or it could just use a bomb.
Makes sense.
Or, you know, a missile.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the other problem the A10 has is the A10's targeting systems are obsolete, to say the least.
I mean, it is a 50-year-old targeting system.
Oh, no, I mean, like, even when it was made, it wasn't very good, because you know what the primary target acquisition and identification system for the A10 is?
No.
Well, it depends on whether or not the pilot remembered to grab his binoculars before he took off.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
There is a reason the A10 has by far the highest rate of friendly fire incidents of all U.S. aircraft. Now, the U.S. did make a version of it that resolves this, the A10C, where they actually put a bunch of electronics in it and stuff.
But
However, that made it much more expensive, and meant it couldn't take off from as shitty of airfields. Which kind of, you know, defeats the point. Like, the other thing is, like, the A10, yeah, it's a pretty durable aircraft. It also, in order to do what it needs to do, has to be in a position where it can actually get shot at. People meme on, like, oh, what are they gonna do, replace it with the F-35? Yes. It carries the same amount of ordnance, and it doesn't need to get into a position where it can get shot at. Incredible. However, the other thing that it can't be replaced is its ability to take off from really shitty airfields, which means it can respond to things quicker. Like when the grunts call and be like, "Hey, we need help. Something's gone wrong." There's like guys here.
Wee woo.
And the U.S. is very the U.S. is kind of arguably over-reliant on air support, but whatever. So what they've done is, which is mainly done for like special operations guys, but it can also work for other things too, is they've contracted someone to basically modify an existing product to their needs, creating the AT-802U Skywarden,
Mm-hmm.
which I shit you not is a modified crop duster.
The fuck?
It is a crop duster where they've stuck a bunch of weapons hardpoints on it, given it self-stealing fuel tanks and some light armor to shrug off like small arms fire and Muhammad on the Dishka on the back of his Toyota. And so it is a crop duster, which actually works in its favor for fulfilling the A-10's role of being cheap as fuck and able to take off from really shitty airfields. Because it's even cheaper to maintain, even easier to maintain, and take off from even shittier airfields than the A-10 ever could. It can't carry as much ordnance as the A-10. However, it has it doubles as a surveillance aircraft, so it has plenty of target acquisition systems. And it has a loiter time, as in the time it can like sit over a spot, in case it's needed. The A-10 can do that for about an hour.
Okay.
Skywarden can do it for 5.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
History with me.
Yes. And then you also have the funny of Lamau, weaponized crop duster, get shit on terrorists. You don't even have the honor of being killed by the funny meme machine, the A-10. That's like respectable. No, you have to go to the afterlife with all your terrorist buddies and be like, yeah, I got killed by the weaponized crop duster, and they will never let you live that down.
And no, you're not living again.
It is just not allowed. It will never stop shitting on you for that. Plus, the other thing with it is, like, the A-10 needs, like, actual, like, proper maintenance and all that. Because the Skywarden's a modified crop duster, that means it's designed to be maintained by Joe in his barn. It means basically, for maintenance, it's like you have one maintenance guy who's got like just basically a standard toolbox, and occasionally he needs to like call someone over to hold something for him while he bolts something down. It's also, they've modified the design of it so you can take the wings off, which means they can load it into the back of a transport plane to fly it to places where they need it.
Ah.
The A-10 has to fly itself. The Skywarden, that would be kind of dumb because it is a crop duster, and the U.S. kind of has to, you know, deploy things very far away from it because that's how the U.S. doctrine works.
Uh-huh.
Basically, every time the U.S. has had to go do something, it has had to go and do the thing, even if that going is going to go bully Mexico. Which, the U.S. has done that a few times. One time it was just Texas. Anyway. The A-10 is, though, kind of kept around also because, like, it's really, like, a popular aircraft. People really like it. Even though it's, like, being honest, not even that good. Funny aircraft. It's like, oh, funny Bert. Bro, every jet, every U.S. fighter jet has a Bert. It comes free with your rotary cannon. Yeah, the A-10 has a bigger Bert.
A louder bird.
A louder Bert and a more iconic Bert.
Exactly.
But all the U.S. fighters have a Bert. They all have one. And while the Skywarden doesn't have an integrated Bert, it's got hard points. You can just put a birch on the bottom. You can do that. That's a thing you can do.
Well,
that's how they did it with the F4 after they realized, oh no, having a fighter with no guns is a terrible idea.
Well, I posted something in images. Is that you?
What?
Look at the images.
Pichu too
Oh.
small to use to pay the toll to ride the public transit. His legs are also too short to reach the pedals of his bike. The other thing with the A10 is the other part of the reason why the A10's been kept around so long is like the US has primarily been fighting like guys in caves with the AK-47s from 50 years ago.
Yeah, so you don't need technology or
The
newer
at
than
most they'll have At most they might have like a Gen 1 Stinger, a surface-to-air rocket launcher, which is why the A10 has a fuck ton of flares and chaff. But like, the meme is when A10 pilots see anything even resembling modern air defense, it's just waiting for death. Because the A10 will just immediately get obliterated by anything remotely modern. Because it is required to fly low and slow. To engage things at visual range.
So quick break from Flame to tell you news from Pokemon Unite. It's just real quickly. Blaziken comes to Unite on the 14th of September, and I am 100% sure it's going to be overpowered because, of course,
Kentucky
it is.
Fried Chicken.
Because when hasn't a new Pokemon arrived in Pokemon Unite overpowered?
Power creep. Or not even power creep. That's more like how freaking
Neokid
War
Syndrome.
Thunder adds. No, it's like War Thunder adds new premium. It's overpowered. Everyone buys it. Like 3 weeks later, they adjust its battle rating so it's actually balanced now after everyone's bought it. People repeat ad nauseum. Anyway, changing to something different again. We mentioned him earlier. Everyone's least favorite wannabe Henry Ford, Elon Musk.
What has he done this time?
Has said more stupid shit on the internet.
When hasn't he? Is the real question.
True.
If it
So,
flies, it
apparently-
spies.
If it flies, it spies. Yeah, the Sky Warden can't do that. It does have the funny observation equipment because it's designed to help special forces. The other thing though, quick tangent back to plans before we go back to Elon Musk. Frickin' the frickin' U2 spy plane is still in service.
Isn't that like 70 years old? Isn't that from World War II?
No, it's from 1976. It's basically just as old as the A10.
Ah.
That's it got replaced by the SR-71 Blackbird, the funny fast plane, which then got retired because it was too expensive. They've gone back. They've kept using the U2 because it's cheap. Anyway. Not that they really need you now, they could just use, stealth shit. Anyway. So, Elon Musk, apparently, has continued to have problems with advertisers not wanting to work on Twitter. No, Kid Icarus, that was different. That was the cage match thing. That was different. So, Elon Musk's been having problems with Twitter's advertisers, and apparently he's taken to blaming the Anti-Defamation League and saying a bunch of heinous shit. I can't find anything specific other than people saying this is what he said. I can't find anything that is him explicitly saying that, but it seems to be he's like blaming Jewish people because that's a hole you want to dig.
Isn't the U2 the Dorito plane?
No.
What's a Dorito plane again? The funny triangle-shaped plane?
There's several funny triangle-shaped planes. The one that's got like the square.
Oh, let
cut
me
out of the
send
back
you.
that doesn't have a tail.
I'm probably thinking of this one, of that one, because I was looking at Twitter for a second, and I saw that video. I sent it to you on DMs. So I'm gonna send this one on images because
The European mind cannot comprehend this. Yeah. No, that's the B2.
okay. To be two or not to be two.
It's the
Also, European minds cannot comprehend
B2.
this. Look at the. Oh wait, that's not the one I wanted to send.
No, the B2 is a very different plane. That has also been replaced because it's too expensive. It's not fully been replaced. They're actively introducing the thing that's gonna replace it, which is the B-21, which is basically the B-2 but smaller. And cheaper, and more advanced. Anyway, Elon Musk is saying stupid shit on Twitter and being potentially racist and anti-Semitic. He really has gone from the Henry Ford of our generation to the Henry Ford of our generation. Except he was never the first Henry Ford because he didn't even create Tesla. He just bought it after it started to become successful.
Damn.
He used which is above average charisma to make it more popular, though, I guess. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
The problem, Kid Icarus, is you forget this is Reddit we're talking about. It's a hive of scum and villainy. They probably think this is based.
What again?
I mean, what?
What did Elon Musk say on the internet again? I was busy looking at Twitter and seeing that.
He's basically blaming.
Oh, the Jews thing!
Supposedly, I haven't seen anything explicit, but people are saying, yeah, he's blaming the Jews for Twitter not getting advertising.
Bruh.
What is this? What is this? I can make a horribly insensible joke. I'm not going to do that, but...
No, if you want to make a horribly insensitive joke, we talk about what happened tomorrow, but several years ago. Anyway, let's see.
That too.
Oh, right.
That too.
That too. So, for something completely different, again, I have actually gone. I'm gonna wait for the ad to end before I proper continue with this. So good. It gives me time to screenshot that and crop it so I can share it. Give me time to put it on the screen.
Hold on.
So, the ad done yet? No, the ad's still going. Okay.
Alright. What is it you want me to see?
I'm putting it in images. So, the ad's still going. Hold on.
Yeah, well, it gives me time to actually,
Alright.
you know, the image and such.
The ad is done. Alright. So, in one of the Discords I'm in, specifically it's one for one of the clubs at school. I am basically the head moderator on that server. Yes, laugh at me. And I ran a poll, and we have a, like, polls chat. I ran a poll, which Jimmy's just put on screen, which is I asked people their thoughts on on-campus dining, on-campus food options.
And it's usually fucking horrible.
As you can see, people do think it is not very good. You'll note I have, like, all the reactions set, but that's because as, like, the person hosting it, I set it all for people's ease of use. And then usually once at least everything has at least one person voting for it, I'll then move the stuff to have my own, but whatever. The point is,
no one
as you can see,
that shows it.
no one says it's good. That's just so if anyone wanted to. One person said it was decent.
Yeah, but no one says it's excellent, so that kind of proves it, doesn't it?
Meanwhile, 7 people have said it's a joke.
And 6
5
said,
people said it's suboptimal. And 6 people said it's not great, it's not
Only
terrible.
one thought it was decent.
Yeah. It is certainly not great. To say the least. It is, we have on campus, and they like to talk about this. Yeah, we got a Pizza Hut on campus. We got a Chick-fil-A on campus. We got a Subway. We got like 2 other sandwich places. We got this other thing near the dorms that has like fried chicken and shit. It's great. And then you're like, all right, cool. That's the exhaustive list. The Chick-fil-A doesn't even have its full menu. Nothing's open on Sunday.
cringe.
There's like one place open on Saturday, and even then only for a short time. Your vegetable options are Subway and the pizza sauce.
Kinda cringe.
And it's all really expensive.
Because of course it is. Why not give students a good option of food? No, let's just make them pay a lot of money for their food. Fucking
know.
really plan. Need a second. I need to move on.
I like to put in perspective for like how bad shit is here. I have my parents have provided me, because they care about my health. I have in my hand right now. I just picked it up. A bottle of multivitamin supplements for like veggie supplements, because there's just no veg at all. It's like occasionally like one of the little convenience store things on campus will have like some bananas you can buy.
Banana.
It's like that and like frickin' the Subway vegetables, which is, you know, not great.
Could be better. Well, it should be better.
It's just awful. It's great. It's terrible. The school is apparently, they're like building into one of the new buildings they're doing. They're gonna have like a better like on campus like a proper thing, because the school's actually getting to the point where they're like, maybe we should actually have like an actual dining hall, maybe. Oh, also I completely forgot, because the thing that doesn't affect me because I just don't. But there's no breakfast at all.
Bruh.
There's like one place that's open before 10.
Bruh.
It is big
Why?
cringe. And I've got the data to back up that is big cringe now. I've got the data. It's one data set, but it is data. And rants.exe. It's big annoying.
So,
I don't really know what else to say other than God damn it.
honestly, every time that we had food at school, it has always sucked. That is a thing that has always been a fucking thing for some reason. School lunch, and I guess this is everywhere, is usually kind of fucking shit.
Jimmy, I can assure you, it's not a everywhere thing, because I have heard from some people, in the club and whatnot, that back where they were before they came here, kind of is not the correct adjectives. It is complete and utter garbage, would be what they describe it as.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'm not being hyperbole. I mean, it's stuff that should actually have been thrown away. Levels of bad on occasions, according to them.
That is bad. That is very bad.
It's like people saying they've been given stuff that was like actively spoiled,
Oh god.
actively gone bad. Reminder that one of the U.S. political parties has said universal school lunch is something they do not support. Universal free school lunch. Yeah, no, we don't support that. We gotta protect the children.
From food.
No, from liberals who want to give them food because that's communism. That's not actually their reasoning. That's the joke reason my mother came up with to try and explain it. And honestly, that probably had more thought put into it than their actual reasoning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you know what the actual like stated reasoning is it would apply to everyone, even those who don't like actually need the program. That's what universal means.
Yeah.
It's like the frickin' like the Fox News headline where it's like liberals blame climate change for record high temperatures. Yes. That's how that works.
So, do we want to talk about what happened in China?
Oh, right! I nearly forgot about that. The Great Wall of China got griefed.
In what way? Did it get blown up?
No. So, what happened is it's not actually anything very exciting. There was some construction workers who needed to move an excavator from one spot to another that were on two different sides of the wall, and there was like a gap in it that they couldn't fit it through. So they used the excavator to make the gap in the wall wider. They could just go through the wall instead of going around.
So it hit the wall.
Nobody tell Mongolia. Don't tell the Mongols. They'll come riding in on their motorcycles.
They're in the invade China.
Unironically, like a lot of people in Mongolia basically live more or less the same way they did like 2,000 years ago, except now they have motorcycles instead of horses.
Damn.
And they use like drones to help them with their herding.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious in like the best way, because it's like they're like, this works. However, I can make it even better with the application of modern technology. I can keep track of my herd with a drone. I can go riding after them on my motorcycle, which makes cool sounds. Vroom vroom. And it lets me go faster if I need to go fast. It's great.
What else is there to talk? We didn't have a lot this week for the Roomba thought. I mean, we have the children as well thing, but that's from Mina. But even then, we can probably tell some shit about children because fuck children, honestly, sometimes.
Mina's told me she has been very much so struggling with the youths. She's been having some big problems with the youths.
It's just on it, like, I don't know why. The more the internet is growing, the more stupid people become.
Well, there's two reasons, Jimmy. First of all, it's not just people getting more stupid. It's also the stupid people can be louder and more noticeable.
True.
The other thing is
I mean, look at my dumb ass.
Yeah, the internet is a collection of all human knowledge and all human stupidity, and they are not labeled. And if they are labeled, they're usually labeled incorrectly.
Ah, yes.
This is why we end up with things like the incredibly reputable website known as Conservapedia.
And that...
Which I think I have mentioned before, is basically Wikipedia, but MAGA.
But what?
Wikipedia, but they think that it's somehow got a huge liberal bias, so they made their own. And oh my god, I looked up in incognito again. Their icon now is literally just the American fucking flag. Oh no. Oh no. It's just cringe. Cringe. That's all you need to know. It's people who can't imagine that they're not in the right, so they need to make shit up to fit their worldview. Like religion.
Oh god, we don't even want to talk about religion.
Or didn't the Pope not too long ago like look at all the American Christians and be like, "Yo, you're being cringe. Stop that." to which the Americans are like, sounds sus to me, boy.
Very sus.
Like, you know things are whack when, you know, the leader of like the largest sect of like one of the largest religions on the planet is like, you know, you guys, you're kind of being like really weird with the way you're interpreting the book.
The Jesus book.
And you're like being way too whatever's. You're taking like these two passages out of context, and to which they're like, are you sure about that? Have you been corrupted by the liberal media? America's fucked, man.
Yeah. Media is whack.
Doobie. It's 10% of Americans think chocolate milk comes from brown cows. It's just the levels of big dumb.
It's like genuinely something that I struggle to, well, not struggle, that I realize that I keep hearing in news is sometimes these you know, sexuality upbringings and, you know, I'm trans or whatever, some people are using them to like abuse the system and get away with shit. And that's fucking stupid. That shouldn't be like that.
It's what it is. What it is, Jimmy. It can be summed up of is the politicians have realized they can like say some random bullshit to rile up their constituents and get them so concerned about whatever this is that they don't pay attention to the politicians doing nothing that's actually in their interest.
No, I'm not talking about politics right now. I'm talking about sexuality, trans people, in specifically. I don't, you know, it's their own fucking body, it's their own mind. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. But it's been like, my mom has been like sometimes in the morning like, person that has been, you know, conceived as transsexual, puts 3 women on like fucking, this was news of month or 2 ago that someone that you know, perceived themselves as transsexual, woman transsexual, so it was a man turned into woman, made a woman in the prison that she stayed in pregnant. That is like, is that really because you are actually trans, or is it just because so you can get into a weird sexual fantasy? You know what I mean?
Oh no, there's a few bad actors and the news is gonna latch onto it and make you think the whole thing is vilified. That makes them sell.
Me, as I said, I'm not, you know, vilifying it, or, you know.
I know, I get it.
But it's like,
whack, stupid shit's going on. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it's like stuff like that was like, there's a few, it's like, one of those things is like severely, like, overrepresented. And you know, it's prisons. Prisons are always fucked.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially in America, but...
Yeah, but we're talking, that was in Spain.
Yeah,
so like that is whack as fuck.
Especially in America. Yeah. is the big whack. I need the big bunk. It's like something specifically I saw someone talking about though with this is friggin' what was the specific example? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I saw it, but it's like someone talking about like yeah. Oh, or another one because it's both sides kind of do this is dumb shit. Is like freaking for like an example when the U.S. had all the protests over the Black Lives Matter protests over after that guy got killed. Like there was one where it's like in like Washington D.C. like the mayor or something did something where it's like they renamed a street, like painted something big on it, and then didn't actually do anything.
Bruh.
And then like a week later the street got resurfaced anyway.
Bruh.
I mean, to be fair, it's DC. The mayor of DC is basically doesn't actually get to do anything, but still.
DC is the Democratic capital?
Is the capital, yeah.
No,
so,
DC.
The thing with
what the fuck does DC mean?
District of Columbia.
Ah.
Washington D.C. Yeah, it's
Okay,
the
fair.
nation's capital. Yeah, the way it's laid out is really fucked because it's left over from people who we didn't plan very well, and when from before it had more population than like 3 different states because it was built on a fucking swamp in the middle of nowhere.
Because of course.
A surprisingly large number of countries have built their capitals in a swamp. The Netherlands gets a pass because it's all swamp, but the basically it's Washington D.C. Yeah, you've got your mayor, you've got your city council, but basically everything you do needs congressional approval.
Bruh.
Also, you don't actually have a seat in Congress, or you have like one in the House, but they can't vote.
Bruh.
We'll let you have votes in the presidential election, though. We'll give you that. Less than you deserve, but
That's kinda fucking stupid.
actually, I think they would currently have 3, even if they were full stadiums divided properly. I think it would be 3 still, because I don't think they're quite big enough to be supposed to have 4. But if they were specifically spelled out 3, so regardless of what they deserve. I mean, California, I think is missing like 20, but you know.
Oh, what the fuck? Politics, everyone.
No, it's because the way it's divided, they're having to divide up the same amount of things as they did like 100 years ago, and everyone has the same minimum amount. So even though like Wyoming doesn't even have like 500,000 people, it still gets 3 votes. That's the minimum.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, California has like 4 different cities with like more population than Wyoming.
Damn.
But yeah, California has the most of the votes. However, per capita, it has the least. By a significant margin.
What state has the most people
Check the thing, hold
on
on.
America? I assume it's California is
California.
one of them. Oh, it's Cali, okay.
It's California by a fairly large margin, I think.
Damn. California is not, I mean, I was going to say it's not even that big of a state, but, you know.
It's the size of Italy.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the size of Italy, but then, well, we have Texas. And Alaska. We have Alaska, actually.
That's just the size of fucking Europe.
Yep. Bolt, since you've been rather quiet, is there anything in your
Yeah.
mind that has happened to you this week that you would like to share with the class?
I'm not sure if there's anything that I want to share at this point in time.
Can't find the exact numbers.
Honestly?
Oh well.
It's been, like, people are now starting to start classes because you know it's September, and do you remember?
Oh.
And all that mad pajama.
Okay. Also,
Yeah,
Jimmy, I've looked up
college.
the numbers. I've looked up the numbers for population.
Yeah.
Top 3 U.S. states. Number 3, New York got bumped. It's now Florida at 22.2 million.
So number 3 is Cali.
No, that's number 3 is Florida at
Number
22.2 million.
Okay, number 3 is Florida. What the fuck? Of course, there's so many Florida man articles.
Yeah.
Destroyed 2 million people.
Number 2 is Texas at 30 million. Number 1 is California at 39 million.
Goddamn. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's which, for context, France population of France is 67 million. So you know, it's how about Italy, because Italy is actually closer in size. Italy population. Italy is 59 million. So yeah, the European countries have more people in them compared to
Because we
like
crammed them
California
more.
even. Yeah. Also, California GDP. California in 2022 had a gross domestic product of $3.6 trillion.
Okay.
Which on the graph, someone did a graph of the like GDPs. So you've got like the United States as a whole, China, Japan, Germany, the UK, California, France.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like freaking. Oh yeah, California alone, it's bigger GDP than France. Because California is fucking nuts. There's a reason fucking closets in California cost so much money. Because
they can hide a gun.
They're not building houses. No. No, Jimmy. That's wrong, because it's California. California has the strictest gun laws in the country.
That's why I said there's so little people buying glasses, because that could hide a gun. And Cali doesn't want that.
No, I was more referring to the fact that freaking all the houses in California cost huge amounts of money.
Ah.
Because California, a lot of U.S. places have had this problem recently, but California is really bad of housing shortages. I'm talking like freaking. It's been going on for years. There's more people want to move in than can and buy houses, and they can't. It means that home prices are all super overinflated, and then there's like the incentives like not to build more is like all the people who already have houses don't want more houses to be built because that means their own home price would go down because there'd be more supply. And then the people who are building houses don't want to build it fast because if they build it slow, that means they can charge more money for each house, which means more profit.
Because capitalism.
Yeah. And then also, you know, the U.S. obsession of building nothing but single-family homes as far as the aerial view can see. Then wonder why do we have a homeless problem? Because I think it's like
Anywho.
like over half of homeless people in the United States are in California. And like, it's literally just because people can't fucking afford homes. Build fucking homes. Come on, guys, it's not hard.
It's not rocket science.
Nah, it really isn't. It's like the first thing you learn in economics: supply and demand.
Yeah.
There's not enough demand. There's not enough supply, and there's too much demand. Therefore, add more supply to meet the demand. Wow, incredible.
Shocking.
Then I mean, California does have things that are a legitimate mess. Like the freaking high-speed rail project is legitimately a mess.
Uh-huh.
It has been very poorly done. So it really sucks because if it was like actually finished, like even remotely on time or even remotely on budget, or even like over budget by even like a reasonable amount, like freaking. First of all, it'd be done already. Second of all, it'd be really good. But like, you know, behind schedule and way over budget, because that's how the U.S. builds fucking everything. Because we need to subcontract everything like 7 layers deep, and then freaking everything.
You
Also,
can't
California
just be,
land prices go burr. Huge inflation go burr.
You can't just be me, bold, but we're so fucking lucky of being in Europe.
Yeah.
The more I talk to American people, the more I'm like, yeah, no, I like being here in Europe. I don't really need to move anywhere.
Don't you have to pay to use public bathrooms in Europe?
No, not in Spain at least. Like, okay, so funny. I've definitely heard kids saying about they had to pay in the Netherlands, but in Spain you don't. Like, fucking hell, there's some times when I've been on the streets and I had the urge to go to a bathroom, and the first thought I go is, where's a nearby bar that I could go ask? Like, it's that simple. You can really just go to a bar and ask, hey, sorry, can I use the bathroom for a moment? And they're like, yeah, sure, it's right there. And I'm like, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, that's more of a country-specific thing. It's not a general Europe thing.
Alright. Whack. Yeah.
Anyway, Jimmy, I believe you had asked me a question.
I did ask you what, if you had anything
Yes,
in mind.
that's on my mind. I figured something that has been on my mind, college and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because, yes, that's something for me too.
Oh, ads.
Yeah, I'll wait for it.
Today's one of those days where it just feels so slow. You know?
Yeah.
You guys have those kinds of days, right?
Yeah, where the days just go slowly by, you're just like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
man,
like-
how far are we in today? And then it's like, it's only been 4 hours into the day, like, god damn it!
It's like, this also happened to me when I was in class, like, thinking like, it's gotta be nearly an hour time to finish the class. I look at my phone for a moment, it's only been 15 minutes since the class started, I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, it is. Wow.
It's just why.
Man, this has been such a year. This has been such a long and painful year. It's
We're only
January
in
3rd.
weeks being so long. It's only Tuesday. I know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, this actually reminds me, this one time when I started internship, trust me, I had one of the worst Thursdays you could possibly imagine.
Uh-huh. And that is?
Like, you're gonna hear that, like, that's just... Like, when I tell the story, you might think that I'm just making shit up, but trust me, it happened. So I was ready to head out to start my day with the internship that I have, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you in advance, it wasn't a Thursday, and usually for me, Thursdays mean nothing but bad news.
Uh-huh.
So, I get ready. Fuck, I forgot my, the keys to my bike, because I have it locked whenever I'm not, going anywhere.
Fair enough.
So I had to leave, so I had to go back to my room, just to get my keys. Then I was ready to go, I had everything. I was not too far out of the street by my bike. Wait, I didn't have my clothing of work on. So I had to go back again, just to get my clothes for work on, and then I think, okay, let me just double check to make sure that I have everything. Alright, I just checked everything, I have everything. And I'm ready to leave, and I kid you not, the moment that I stepped outside, it started to rain.
Ah.
Like, why? I'm just glad I didn't have to say or think it's not gonna get any worse than this, because then it would just be taken out of a goddamn cartoon at that point.
Yep.
It's... Why? I just don't get it. Why is Thursday just those days where it just... nothing goes your way?
Oh my god.
What happened to me?
I was scrolling through my news app, and, so, I found something related to the Orange Man.
Oh god.
This isn't something he's done, though.
Oh?
This is in Colorado. Colorado, or someone in Colorado, whatever, has filed a lawsuit to, actually, under the one, like, clause that can get some disqualified from running for president, disqualify the Orange Man from running for president, under the 14th Amendment, or the funny Capitol memes from, like, 3 years ago now, January 6th shenanigans.
That's great. That sounds like good news.
The thing is, this is like one of the many things, like, Orange Man's like, oh, look, witch hunt, Lamau, vote for me because they're witch hunting me, that means I must clearly be such a great person, because all the institutional power doesn't like me, oh no. Vote for me, guys. And people are like, oh yeah, he can't possibly have actually done any of these things he's accused of doing.
He probably did them
He's
all.
our guy.
I heard what you said, Jimmy, yeah.
He's
It just
such
feels
a
like a
man of
situation
the
like that again.
He's such a man of the people. I mean, he's only a billionaire who owns like a fuck ton of land. He's such a man of the people. He like played golf like half of the days he was in office, and charged the Secret Service rent on the places he went to play golf at that he owned.
Because of course.
Another thing though that someone pointed out is like Orange Man is like very similar in like a lot of the stuff he does, the way he does it, to Ronald Reagan.
Oh god.
The economy will trickle down, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Right, Ronald McReagan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pain. Just pain.
Trump.
Pretty sure on
Okay,
the current
Trump.
trajectory, it's gonna be Old Man Biden versus Orange Man Trump on the ballot again, and both of them suck.
Well, at least one of them is better than the other, let's be honest.
One of them is kinda just... and the other one is a fascist. It is Meanwhile, the Supreme Court's still going back and forth on whether or not they should have a code of ethics, and I don't actually know what else is going on really right now in U.S. politics. I haven't seen anything too horrible recently, other than I guess maybe Mitch McConnell's gonna end up retiring soon. I don't know. That'd be good. That man's been in office I don't know how fucking long. The other thing, though, it's really kind of depressing. It's fucking... It's entirely possible that the fucking Ukraine-Russia war will be decided by who wins the next US presidential election.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really messed up when you think about it.
Yeah. Maybe from a sign now.
Just America. These past few years has been in a immolation. Just being self-immolating itself.
We have had some pretty bad wildfires. You're right.
I don't mean in that way, but also fair enough. I mean in the people department. But yeah, it has been a little bit of an oof moment for.
Who would have thought? The country founded by rich white landowners who didn't want to pay their taxes didn't turn out to be the most equitable place.
Yeah.
It do be like that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Octa would have been today with us, but I mean I asked him if he was available today, but he was like, sorry man, tomorrow is girlfriend day. Because it's his 4-month anniversary with his girlfriend, Julia. Maybe whammon. Whammon are weird.
He successfully touched grass.
He indeed did. It's funny because like we were talking about, you know, how all this happened, and he was like, we met online, and like, fair enough. And I've been in this platform on Discord for so long.
I need to go before too long.
Fair enough. I'll just shoot me now ping. If not, it can just be Bolt and I talking about games, I guess. But yeah, I've been like, it's been to the point that I'm like too cautious. That unless I know for a fact they're a woman, I'm always going to assume everyone is a dude. Because I've been bamboozled
Which is
before.
weird. That's like the thing on like the internet. You like assume most people are dudes.
Yeah. Because
It's whack.
yeah.
Honestly, historically speaking, probably Nintendo's fault.
What?
Not making that up. 'Cause the thing is,
okay, you just
what
put
this
it
was,
in traffic. What's going
the
on?
original Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States was sold not in the electronics section, but in the toy section. The thing is, at
Okay.
that time, toys were very firmly split between boy toys and girl toys, and Nintendo put the NES in the boys section.
Ah.
Thanks, Daddy
Like-
Nintendo, for ruining something as usual.
You know, it's always gonna be them. Always.
Nothing will top that time they accidentally like tanked the Japanese economy for a week.
Why?
Are you not familiar with how badly the launch of the Super NES went?
Nope.
So, I think I may have mentioned it before, but the Super Nintendo was released on a Wednesday in Japan. Okay?
Mhm.
On release day, they had pre-order sold like 150% of stock.
Aha.
And Nintendo like announced this fact that they didn't have an immediate plan to produce more.
Ooh,
Oh, boy.
so the 15% who didn't get one, ooh.
No. They like over pre-ordered, and then they still had plans to sell some at storefronts
Yeah?
across Japan.
Fight!
So-
Fight!
Like a full like quarter of the Japanese population called in sick. Every road in Japan got clogged as people tried driving around to different stores to try to see who had one. There were multiple fights.
Oh no.
Basically, the Japanese government basically told Nintendo, do not release on a weekday again.
Yeah. Only on weekends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like freaking like the Japanese stock market like tanked that day really hard.
Fight!
It's like freaking no one was at work. All the roads were clogged.
That's very funny.
Everything was just traffic jammed horribly.
Ooh.
It is objectively very funny. It's the kind of a
is.
calm
It's
kind of way.
you know what in like modern days reminds me of the ones on the PS5. I've heard so many stories that like the PS5 was nowhere to be found.
And the memes created because of
The
it.
newest NVIDIA GPUs. Oh nope, they're all gone.
Yeah,
Bought
that's-
by Bitcoin miners and scalpers.
exactly. Because fuck you, you can't play video games and enjoy a good computer.
It got so bad. NVIDIA added a thing to their graphics cards just to make it harder to use them to mine Bitcoin.
Let's fucking go, based.
And then like 3 months later, people stopped mining Bitcoin because it was no longer profitable to mine Bitcoin.
Fucking and now what? What do we do with all this? I don't know.
Try
never
and sell it.
I will never understand the appeal of Bitcoins.
Crypto bros.
Crypto bros
Actually,
taking
I
L's.
saw someone who like theorized that like Elon Musk's plan for like buying Twitter was to, like turn it into a crypto space, and then there was the huge crypto crash, but it was too late, and he was basically strong-armed by like the lawyers. And was like, nope, you have to buy it now. He's like committed to it. Now Elon Musk's like struggling to figure out how the fuck he actually has it make money, which is why he's failed miserably and is now losing money even harder than it was before.
You're good. He gets what he fucking
He's
deserves.
running it into the fucking ground, as he should, because Twitter is awful.
Yeah, well, it's worse now.
Yeah, he's made it worse too.
Yeah.
It's, you know, fucking cringe, bro.
Because everything needs to have an X according to Elon Musk. I don't get that. I don't. Like, why does he have such an obsession with that one letter?
I don't know.
No one knows. It is whack. I guess it's gonna be just Volt tonight because Mina had to go. She had to
Well,
leave.
if nothing else, I guess we know what Elon Musk's favorite Pokemon game is.
The shittiest one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. Pokemon X and Y are kind of fucking shit. And they're the worst generation in
kinda
general.
shit.
Honestly,
They
The
were
only
pretty
thing
bad.
that I could say that X and Y is good for is because, you know, more people into the community. I would say that new fairy typing, that would be cool. And of course the unfortunate cut that was Mega Evolution being introduced there.
You know what
They
else?
should really just bring it back.
Pokemon X is the only Pokemon game I've played, caveat that I've played, that I have actually found a bug.
X and Y?
No way.
Yes.
Explain.
So, well, I don't know if it's a bug, it's more of like a unintended thing, I don't know. It's kind of a bug. So, when you do battles, like the local battles with other players,
Yeah.
when you get out of the battle,
Yeah.
all your Pokemon are fully healed. Regardless of what the status was when you went into the battle.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Hold
You
on.
can do it wherever.
Jeez.
Because you can battle wherever now. You don't have to do it from Pokemon Center, you can do it wherever. Which means
Oh, you. Okay, that makes
heal
sense.
all your Pokemon in between Elite Four fights by having a battle against another trainer, another player.
I mean, that's
And if
kind
you
of
have two
useful.
cop-
If you had two DSs and
it's
two
just
copies of
battle
the
against
game,
yourself.
Or sibling.
or sibling, but that means commitment to ask another sibling to help you all fight you while being in the Elite Four. Which either way, you don't really need help for the Gen 6 Elite Four. I'm
The
sorry.
Gen 6 Elite Four is not very hard either.
Why did they have? Why
No.
did they have the brilliant idea to add 4 Pokemon? They did this with Gen 5
And
too,
they
and
don't
I'm
even
like,
have Megas the first time through. It's only the champion.
not even the second, not even the refights. They just don't have Megas, and even then in the refights, they still have 4 Pokemon.
I thought they did in the refights.
No, that's Auras.
Bruh. Yeah, you're right. They only have 4. Why did the Elite Four only have 4 Pokemon?
At least in Black and White 1 it makes sense because, you know, there's only 150 Pokemon and they don't want, you know, a Flint repeat.
Yeah.
And in the refights they add 2 more, and they add more Pokemon, so it's a I think it's a team of 5 or a team of 6.
Oh no! Not only that. Not only that. But freaking Diantha's team's also pretty shit. I mean, you've got Halucha, which is pretty good. You've got Gudra, which is pretty good. But you've got freaking Tyrantrum and Aurorus, and then a Gorgeist.
And Mega Gardevoir, because...
And Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir is okay.
I mean, it's a Mega.
It's a Mega.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a Mega.
It's a
Which is gonna be
mid-tier
okay.
Mega.
Yeah. I mean, the design's good.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's a
Bride.
good design. It's like, you're using 2 fossil Pokemon.
One which has 2
One
quad
of which has
weaknesses.
both of which have 4 times weaknesses. They both have 4 times weaknesses.
Wait, which one does Tyrantrum have?
Ice.
No.
Isn't it Dragon Rock?
Yes. That's why it's not quad. If it were Dragon Ground, then it
Is
would be.
Rock not weak to ice?
Correct. A rock is strong against ice.
I thought Rock was weak to ice, or is
No,
that ground?
it's ground.
Oh.
No, but Aurorus has 2 quad weaknesses. To steel and to fighting.
Bruh.
Because they had to read one of the better designed Pokemon from Gen 6.
Then you freaking Gorgeist. What is Gorgeist on the champion team?
Funny pumpkin.
Anyway.
I love how
need
people
to go.
shit on Gita, this the Gen 9 champion, and I honestly think she's more of a challenge than fucking Diantha.
Isn't one of the Elite Four in Gen 9 a child?
Fucking
Fucking 6-year-old?
Yes, I think so. Also Larry.
Bruh. Gen 9 is whack. Anyway.
Yeah,
Funny weed cat.
funny weak cat.
Yes.
A rock break ice, the ground gets frozen if it's too cold. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there he goes. Alright, well, it's just you and I and Kid and Chat.
Yes, it's
Do you
just
wanna-
the 3 of us now.
Yep. Do you want to
What
talk
to
about...
do?
I mean, we could talk about Unite, since a new season is coming up and new characters are coming to the fray soon, which means that we're gonna have even more new kid syndromes, probably, because if a character is new, it's either two
Yep.
things. It's either overpower or it's mediocre as shit. And there's no in between.
Yeah, I actually saw something with Mimikyu a while ago, and no!
It's
I'm
gonna
not
be
sure
new
if
kid
it's
syndrome.
Unite. Yeah, but like, even if things are gonna get nerfed, it's still stupid busted. From what I'm not sure if it's Unite move or not, but from what I was able to figure out, essentially with one of their moves, the Mimikyu can send out a projectile that can go through walls and whatnot, and it can even hit Rayquaza.
Bruh. So basically, it's not. I'm gonna
So you literally just
have to go to the bathroom. My body is shouting at me that I have to go to the bathroom. Give me 2 minutes.
give me the time to go as well and do something else.
back. Emergency's called. Bolt. Chat, did Bo fall silent? Did he mute? In the meantime, I guess I can talk a little bit about what's going on the racing screen. We're doing 228, the Minolta's doing 228 laps of the 90s version of Fuji Speedway, which is pretty famous for racetrack, if I recall. Where the fuck's this little bastard? Well, oi. Bolt. Where the hell is this man? I guess it's just me in chat. I guess toilet too. Okay, fair enough. Kid, that I don't know. Also, why the fuck are you on chat if you have homework to do? If you have homework to do, go do your homework instead of being in chat. If you have time to be here, you have time to play Unite, or to be on doing your homework. Cause lurking over, you're not lurking, you're actively talking in chat. One thing is lurking, which is have the stream on the side as a background noise while you do your shit, and the other one is actively being on the chat. And you're actively being on the chat. That's a Popix with a gun. But yeah, if everyone in the group, the M group, realized like 30 minutes ago during a Mogi KW. But yeah, if everyone in the group chat, the Unite group chat, is available at some point today, we could probably devise a group strategy to climb ladder together, because we are technically a 5-stack group. And we could technically, or well, not technically, definitely abuse the good characters. Not Gengar. But yeah, we could probably use YouTube.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, yes. I was told that you also went to the bathroom.
I have to go because something else popped up. Remember, it's 8 at my time, so then I have something else going on. I'm going to
Alright.
do something else real quick, and then I'll be ready.
I guess
I would think if you were still...
I took 2 minutes, as I said.
Here. One small sec, then I'll be right back.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna put this. Oh, right. Screens. I'm just gonna put this in the meantime, since I'm the only one in here. We can really just talk about how things are doing. Meep is gone. Mina's also gone. Bolt is about to be gone. And we're not even 2 hours into the podcast. Today has been a really short podcast. It's perfect. I mean.
Oh, here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I am going to be doing something that's going to take a few minutes, shower a little bit, clean up a bit.
Uh-huh.
So, if you don't mind being alone for a teeny tiny little bit, then that would be fine. I shouldn't be too long with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit then.
Alright. Well, as I said, chat, I guess it's just me now. I mean, I guess I could ping Kane, but I guess I'll ping Kane. Well, I guess we get to vibe to music and seeing a Minolta just go around and search it. I guess I could race a little bit myself. So chat. I assume there's only Kid in chat because honestly I'm just wondering why the fuck I'm doing this. Whole Twitch thing. Like, yeah, it was a fun idea, but seeing people that are just clearly better than me not getting the respect and the deserve the love they deserve is kind of fucking bullshit. I'm obviously talking about Mina, but at the same time, Octo definitely deserves some more followers. Kane needs to act their game up because he barely has anything to speak about in his layout, and fucking using a game screen for the everything stream. But he's trying. He has 150 followers. That's good. But meanwhile, I'm just here, just bullshitting my way by just streaming every single day to what is probably one or two people who probably don't even like the said people are only lurking because they're my friends, which means that I'm getting no viewers, no new viewers. just nice sometimes to, while streaming, take a little break from everything and enjoy the game. Just, honestly, just enjoy a good song or two to relax. So, I'll put it back to the Roomba, I thought. So, joking, you see me talking. But, my father helped me the other day, get a curriculum going for, you know, work and such. And I'm honestly kind of worried because I'm probably gonna fuck it up because it's this dumbass we're talking about, and this dumbass is not good. So yeah, I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do or how I'm supposed to do it. Like he told me like we need to do this and you need to sell yourself. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? I cannot sell myself. I'm fucking horrible at doing that shit because I hate myself. Like, I could tell you everything good about other people, but I could not tell you a single good thing about myself. Not a singular thing. Also because I hate myself, and also because I don't really believe I have anything good in my body to really, do anything. I guess I'm good at speaking English, but that's just something that I've learned to do. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really think I have anything. I don't think I have qualities that would make me, like, wanting to be at a workplace. I don't really think I'm fit for this. I don't really know what to say because there's not much I can say in general, mostly because I have no fucking clue what to say because, A, I'm alone, And B, the people here that have actual good ideas are Meep and Mina. You know, but Mina is not here because she's had to do things with her mom. And I'm just here, I guess, just hosting the entire thing and let them two talk.
But you being alone? No.
Oh, welcome back.
You're not alone. I'm here too.
Well,
So,
you just came back.
So, but what are we gonna do?
Honestly, I don't really know because the more I think about it, the more I realize I'm not fit for podcasting myself. Because every fucking time we do the podcast, it's Mina and me talking, and I'm just here like a fucking moron, just nodding and listening to what they're talking about.
Hmm.
And I just feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Which is weird to say, but I'm the host, and I'm the person that feels left out.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just.
I mean,
Now you're here, so I'm not the only European person.
Yeah.
So I don't feel even more left out. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
yeah.
Because Meep's the clever one. Mina is the Hispana, which has its charms, being a Hispanic woman. It's always funny to hear her, talk about her stories and such. And then there's fucking me, the moron who is Spanish and has basically nothing to say about because he spends his days playing video games because he is not good at anything but playing video games. And then he's kind of mediocre at that. Woohoo.
And then there's me, just a Dutch person, I guess.
Well, you were going to be a backup caster. Now you're not. Now you're a main caster. But originally when the show started, it was us three, and I mean here it's definitely.
Now it's 4.
Well, it's technically 3 because, as Mina said, 4 might be a bit too convoluted. Just as a test, I might not I might just host it and stay muted and let you 3 speak about things. But we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see what happens or something.
Besides, you're the host of this podcast, so
It's my channel to begin with.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I'm never speaking, and when I speak, I'm either A, talking about the shit people don't really seem to be interested in, or B, I just accidentally cut off someone. I'm like, fuck, I cut off someone. So
Rough.
Yeah. Like yesterday, my father helped me prepare. As I was talking to chat. Oh well, I guess I was talking to my own because there was no one in chat because Kid is back. But yeah, so I was saying before to no one, I guess. My father helped me fill out the curriculum, and I honestly. Like one of the things that it's like you have to talk about, make like a letter or something, a presentation. So you can sell yourself to other companies and what differentiates you from other people. And I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. I didn't tell this to my father. He would have just slapped me in the face. I told in a much more educated manner. But I'm like, I don't know how to sell myself. It's gotten to the point that I honestly just despise my own being. I do not know how to sell myself to other people. Because I generally think there's nothing redeeming.
Despise yourself thing, yeah, that's true.
Because I generally think there's nothing redeemable from
At times,
me.
Yeah. But we have done so many things together, like in Things With Unite. You often say it's you whenever something goes wrong, and I'm like, no, that's just not. Like there are times where it is, but more often than not, it's not the case. So, to say that nothing redeemable is about you, I would say that's just wrong. Hello to the people in
Hello, Peter. Welcome in.
as well.
You catch me
Oh,
having a little
might
bit
as well just say it.
I guess mental breakdown because honestly I just don't really know what the fuck I can like. Honestly, what the fuck do I have that is redeemable or like something good about me? Like I could talk so many things about other people and how they like are better than me in any fucking way. Mina, for example, is a way better streamer than I am. I'm sorry, this is just the truth. And she gets way less followers, mostly because she doesn't stream as often. Fucking Octo is a fucking trooper. His streams are always so much fun to watch. Except when he's raging. Then I get a bit worried because, you know, he's my friend and I want him to be fucking raging. Kane's trying.
Fair.
Let's just say Kane is trying. He definitely needs more things to help out with his streams. And then there's this dumbass called me, who just is on a fucking grind. Him raging is scary. Him raging is worrisome.
And there's me not even doing anything, but just joining.
Yeah, but both. I'm talking about people that actually stream. You know, Mina, Octo, Kane,
I know.
me. And it's like, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm just, you know, I'm streaming every day. And when I go to look at, you know, when I open my other computer to look at the analytics, 90% of the streams, I'm watching at a consistent 2 people watching me. One of them is Kid. And that's it. Sometimes my streams get more views, but that's either because it's a gimmick stream, like we're having with the 24-hour race, or it's a collab stream, which is what happens on Fridays and what happens on Wednesdays. So the days when I'm streaming on my own and I'm just playing the game, I get no views. And that is kind of depressing, because I wish more people would see me. Because I just want to interact with more people. And, you know, chat being quiet doesn't help me. It makes me think I'm doing something wrong, and I have no fucking idea, you know, what the fuck I'm supposed to do. What am I doing wrong? Because they don't tell you this. They don't tell you you have to rate to, you know, streams with 1 viewer, 2 viewers maximum. Like, yeah, you get used to it eventually, but at the same time, it's like, what can I be doing to do better? I don't know. I've done all I can. I'm trying to be funny, I'm trying to concentrate, I'm trying to be gaming. Like, streaming is multitasking, but it's multitasking hidden. Like, you don't know you're multitasking unless you are actually, like, streaming for a long fucking time. And then you realize, I have to be focusing on this and this and this and this and this. I have to be focusing on gaming. I have to be focusing on being actually funny and entertaining. I have to be focused on chat so I can read chat and talk to people while I'm gaming. I have to be focused on, you know, until you're a bigger streamer and then you just hide the numbers. But at the beginning, I feel like, you know, seeing the numbers is kind of important on the beginning because you're a small streamer. And you want to know how many people there are. And it's just this ball that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, at this point, like 150 followers nearly that I'm 146. I'm like, at least, like, I could have 4 people. Octo has 180 and he consistently has, like, 7 to 12 viewers every stream. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Play fighting games? I can't. My computer isn't strong enough to play fighting games. Which is another problem that I have. My equipment's just not good enough. And that is the problem, that unless I get a job that I can pay a better computer, like an actual fucking computer, because I've been working with laptops for all my entire fucking life. Unless I get a better computer, I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
And another problem is, the Ethernet doesn't fucking work. I've told this to my family, for my birthday, please, fix the fucking Ethernet. Because even if I have bad internet, even if my computer isn't strong enough, having a better internet might help. with
Like,
some of
even if
these
you have a good
things.
internet, it's just yeah.
Because the internet in my bedroom, where I'm sitting right now on the desk where I am, is inconsistent at best and fucking garbage at worst. Like, yeah, you
I
can,
mean, I've seen that from 2 weeks ago.
you saw. I think this week I had the Gran Turismo 4 stream. It's like 7 watts because it kept crashing. His OBS kept crashing over and over and over and over again. You know how disheartening that is?
Yeah,
No, you don't, because you don't stream.
very.
First of
But I
all,
can guess it's going to be very disheartening.
absolutely, it's horrendous. Like this, I've never seen anyone else happen this to them. I've not seen King happen that to King, not to Mina, not to Octo, not to any other streamer I've seen. It only fucking happens to me because that's just how my fucking luck goes. This is something I genuinely like doing, but at the same time, it is so frustrating seeing that you're trying and that I'm trying to be funny and I'm trying to, you know, show people what I like doing and just. Some of the streams,
Yeah.
when I end the stream, I'm like, why am I continuing doing this if I'm just doing this for myself? When clearly I don't do things for myself, I do things for other people. Because I don't care what the fuck happens to me. I don't care if I'm happy. If I'm not happy, I'm just fucking endure it. Fucking love up with it. Because, fuck me. It's not you doing anything wrong. It's low viewership because with low viewers like you have, you can only talk to the streamer, but say Octo, you can also interact with the chat. Yeah, the thing is, Octo also has this, Octo also has raging. And people find raging really funny. Some people don't, like you and I, but other people find people raging on the internet really funny. You have a lot of videos of compilations of people raging at video games, and those videos get a lot of likes, and because they're funny. Seeing people rage and you not being the person raging is funny. See it from the other side. And also, he plays games that he can interact with chat. That's because of the games you play. Octo plays popular games, you don't. It's not that I don't play popular games and Octo does. The thing is, Octo plays fighting games, which are games that chat, can be with. And even when he plays games that are unpopular, people come back to him because it's him. Because he's made a community. And I haven't. Because I just want to play the games that I like and show them to the world. That's what I wanted to do. That's the whole purpose of my Twitch channel. See, like, okay, these are the games that I like playing. And I want to show people the games that I like playing. Even then, like, fucking Need for Speed. Need for Speed is a decently popular franchise. Those are some of the games that get me the least views. And those should give me pretty good views because those are games that I actually rage on. Like, racing games and fighting games are two of the most rage-inducing types of games one can experience. I say this because those are the two types of games that I play the most.
Yep.
Like, you don't rage on a puzzle game.
Not as fast at the very least.
And even then, puzzles are usually slower paced games, so it gives you time to relax. So you don't have to, actually be raging all the time. MOBAs, yeah, no duh. MOBAs are basically rage-inducing games. They are kind of supposed to make you angry.
But, yeah. But, like, with puzzle games, I would argue it's not so much rage in a typical sense, more so that you have to ask yourself multiple times, like, why isn't this working like this, or why is it not that? At best. I really don't know what else we can talk about at this point.
Honestly, I have no idea. I guess I'm sorry, chat, for just lashing out like this all of a sudden. But sometimes I just need to release the feelings, I guess.
Don't worry about it. We all have those moments where it's just up to here with everything, and we just gotta unleash just to clear some space. It's basically like something that I tend to say sometimes. You can only take so much shit before you have to unleash it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Most of my life has been just taking shit and fucking living with it.
And additionally, one thing, if you point it out like that, if you think that it's like that, then it shows one thing. You're way stronger than you think, or give yourself credit for, you know?
What? That's not something you should give credit for.
It literally shows that despite that everything horrible going wrong and whatnot, you are still able to push through, despite it all being this much of a hellhole, if you want, as it is.
It's not really that it's hell. It's most like, fucking whatever. I just live on with it, I guess. It's less that I'm a survivor, more that I'm just fucking done with everything and whatever. I just keep moving because there's nothing else to do. I don't really think it's something too proud
shows
of.
that you're willing to just move despite it just getting to there.
Yeah, well, but it's still gonna be full of shit. Regardless of if I'm keeping moving on or not. I'm just used to fucking...
I'm not denying it. Like, I'm not denying it's gonna still be shit, but at the very least you're able to still go forth with it despite it all being as annoying as it is.
People shouldn't do that. It's bad for them. Like, the more I talk to people, the more I realize I'm just fucked up. Mentally. I'm just fucked up mentally. And like, but why bother trying to change it? It's not gonna do anything. Like, oh, you should probably go see a therapist. Yeah, but that's A, gonna be a waste of time, B, a waste of money for my parents. And I don't really want to make my parents spend money on something that it's not gonna be worth it. Medication, fucking cringe. I'm not gonna take medication. I'm sorry for those who actually do take medication. I just don't really want to.
I had to in the past, but I'm like, yeah, I eventually figured out it does nothing, so I kind of grew off of it.
I know for a fact Octo has had to take, you know, quote unquote chill pills. I have no idea what he actually had to take, but you know, he was actually had raging problems. I mean, he still kind of does. But...
It's to a lesser extent.
Most people are mentally fucked up these days. It's or get targeted by everyone, or hate. Oh, by every piece of hate, or be the bully. Or just fucking move on. It's not worth it to like, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, fuck humanity, bro. Fuck the shit. I'd rather live in one of the worlds I have created for role-playing than be in this stupid world.
Yeah, sometimes I can understand that one.
That is why I'm a role player and also a furry.
Yeah.
It's funny how...
It's kind of why I just spend most of my days just to do some roleplays, because I just think it's fun to distract myself.
I just play game. I don't really go out anymore. Barely go outside of my house. I mean, I will once I have a job, but that's besides the point. You know?
Yeah. I feel like you said like fuck humanity. Trust me, I had that mood like one time. Not sure if I told you this story already, but if I have, then
no, I don't think you have. But like, for me, fuck humanity has been a thing that I've been feeling for a long time now, that my family agree with me, that I'm like, yeah, humanity just fucking, it's full of stupid people. And the more the internet grows, the louder that stupid people can become, and the less actual, people that are not stupid is going to be. Because why have common sense if screaming in the internet makes you be right?
Like, I bother to figure things out and whatnot, when it's just gonna get silenced when you try to make sense of anything.
Exactly, by people screaming at your face. This is also why I hate cancel culture. It is one of the most nonsensical, stupid things I've ever heard in my life, but it is one of the most common things on the internet. People just canceling other people because they have a different opinions. Okay, I can get if you want to cancel someone because they're just fucking, bad people. But just for having other opinions, or just doing something mildly different from what you like, is just...
Yeah.
Especially a decent kid not watching porn 24/7 because most kids do. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean...
Yeah.
It's not that you're a decent
Like,
kid, it's not that you're a decent kid. It's, you're literally scared of porn. What can I say? That being scared of porn does shit to a man.
But like, with the story that I had, and I want to impress one thing before I get any further. All of this happened, not too long ago, and 2, it was at college, right?
Okay.
I just want to point that out. It was in college and it was somewhat recent. So, most of the time with classes, I just went to classes, followed the lessons and whatnot, and, just go about my day.
Yes.
Then one day, someone of the class just decided to ask me on a daily basis if I wanted to do the hype. One of those dances from a game that I will not mention because I personally have no interest in that game whatsoever.
The Fortnite?
Let's say it starts with an F and more than that, yep.
Fortnite.
I'm not gonna go further with that. Yeah. So,
you can just make fun of a name. It's what I do. I call it Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I figured I have no interest, but they kept asking, so naturally, like any sensible person would do, at least I think, is just ask why I would need to do that, and they just kind of decline after I know the reason. They just wanted to have fun, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not here to have fun, I'm just here trying to just...
Hold on, I need to move both.
Do the
this
things,
back.
not be distracting. So... Okay. I'll wait a little bit. Let me know when I can.
Dave to give the living haircuts.
Welcome back.
I'll come back. So, as I was saying, right? That person just continues to ask me that same question on a daily basis almost every single hour. And I'm like, okay, they're just gonna ask me that same question, I'm just gonna ignore them.
Yes, that's...
Because they clearly don't understand what no means. Trust me, it just got worse with that. And despite it all, I kept silent in class despite the fact that I wanted to just say, could you please stop whenever he was doing it, whenever everyone was around. I'm so glad I did that though. But, what happened next, right? They decided to just start throwing things into my face. Or at least in my direction. And things like, pens. You know, the ones where you can click them in and out.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They decided to take those apart, piece by piece, including a spring, and then they just decided to just chuck that in my direction as well. That sounds pretty childish if you have to ask me, right?
Yeah, pretty responsible.
So that just happened on a daily basis. Every single hour, every single day at college, I was asked the same question, and whenever there was no response, I was just ignoring them, or they just started to throw shit into my direction.
To Dance of Dance from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is all over you refusing to
Because I
Fortnite
don't
dance.
care about that game for one, and two, I just don't want to do it. I don't see a reason why it's fun to just randomly dance out of nowhere. What's in it for me? Just doing something? Yeah, no
TikTok
thanks.
fame! Also, fuck TikTok.
Okay. But trust me, that's not even the end of the story. That's not even the end, that's only the beginning.
Oh boy.
Like, it eventually got to the point where I figured, okay, I get still targeted with it despite the fact that I had to say no and even ignore them, only for them to start throwing shit into my direction. I'm not having any of that. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna stand up for myself and just mention it to the teachers multiple times that I had in the day, like, hey, listen, that's what they were doing to me. I didn't like it, I didn't appreciate it, could you please keep that in check the next time whenever we have a class with them? They did that, and eventually even one of like my head teach figured that I had that complaint multiple times, and they said, you know what, you want to move classes so that you're no longer in that same class? And that option was given to me, and I just slammed on the table, figuratively of course, and I just said
Yes.
yes, because no, I didn't want to deal with that hell. Being asked the same question multiple times, every single time, every single day. I'm like, just stop already. I don't want to have that headache on my head. I don't want to.
Being
If only
harassed.
things could stay peaceful. Yeah. At first, I thought like that was just bullying, but to me, personally, it wasn't bully. I just felt torment. That just felt like torment, just being asked. And trust me,
Not bullying, that's just harassment.
That's
No,
even the
that's
end.
not bullying,
That's
that's
not
just
even the end.
harassment.
yeah, but trust me, it becomes into torment. At
What
least I
harassment
think
is.
so.
Yep.
So, I managed. Okay, you know what? I managed to go from the A and B class to the C and D class, so to speak. Like, because like groups were together. You had one side was HB, like AB, the other was CD, just to keep things easy and sorted, and whatnot. So I got moved to the CD class, right?
Yeah.
And everything was going well until that week on the Friday. It didn't even last a full fucking week. I kid you not.
They moved into your class?
Worse. Trust me, you might get shocked because yeah, it gets wild. So, I was just minding my own business, right?
Okay.
Then I decided to check on my phone what was going on, and I saw, oh, I got a friendship request from Discord. Okay, never recalled sending one out. But what I saw, it made my world stop, and I just got shook to my goddamn core. What I saw was that their profile picture was set to my real life face.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's you
Yep.
block them and you report them to Discord's customer support.
Yep.
Yeah. But here's the worst part, right? I saw that. I accepted because I had to DM them, naturally. The first thing I said to them immediately was to remove and change that picture immediately. I was having none of that.
I think it would have been better if you just did what Meep said. Just block them and send
Yeah,
fucking...
in hindsight, I totally should have, but like, he could make another account and do it again and again, so
Fair enough.
there's that
Keep
problem.
reporting them.
Yep.
Yeah, so, to get back on the topic, right? I just saw that and I just saw that, I was like, oh hell no, we're not gonna do that. I just asked him kindly, or like, a little bit of amenity to change that picture immediately, because, as you all know, or as it makes sense across the world, that would be seen as an intrusion of privacy. I didn't consent to that, I wasn't aware of it.
Point,
and
that's not
this
just
happened.
harassment, that's basically you're being stalked.
Yep.
Yeah. And guess what the first thing was that they sent to me?
The dance. They asked you.
The Fortnite
Yes.
dance?
They asked that again. And I'm like, okay, if that's how we're gonna play, you wanna play this game, alright then, let's see how much fun you're gonna have. But the fact is, they also taunted me by saying, oh, what are you gonna do, call the police? At that point, I was just like, is this kid serious? Is this guy serious? He's just asking that.
What are you gonna do?
trust
Shoot me?
I
Person
could.
that got shot.
Like,
Honestly, if someone unironically said that to me, I would deadpan say,
yeah,
is that
I
a
would've-
challenge?
I wish I would have said, are you, like, I wish I would have said, is that a challenge? I wish. Because this is the smallest bit of mercy that I was willing to give, because I didn't do it in the end. But trust me, if I was able to see that person at school because the reason is, back then it was still with Discord text, you know, the name and the hashtag number at the end. So at that point, I figured, okay, it had to be within the college building because there was nowhere else where that could come from because of how specific the tag was. That's one of the reasons why I figured, okay, it has to be there. At the end of that Friday, I decided to, you know what, I'm just going to go over to the security of school because our college building has that. And I showed it to them and I'm like, this is what's been happening. I don't like that. I don't know who it is, but it is happening. I also showed it to my head teacher again to let them know that it was going on. And naturally, both myself and that head teacher figured, okay, it's going to be that same person because he's the only one who's been doing it. As it turns out, it wasn't the initial person, but rather a friend of that person.
Now it's a conspiracy.
So
Oh my
else
god!
decided to take over.
Oh my god!
I just don't get it. Why were they targeting me? So, naturally, 8 weeks went by, and eventually I was heard. Eventually, I was told, "Hey, listen, we found the person who's been doing that, and school being school, they couldn't really expel them yet, but they were given a very stern warning to not do that again." But the fact of the matter is if I were able to meet them, I would literally just give them the angriest look I could imagine and just tell them, be glad that I didn't call the authorities, because I was in any right to do so. I was in any fucking right to do that.
Honestly,
It was
maybe it's just my more angry
privacy.
side.
So, if I told them that, they would have been in some serious legal trouble.
But I honestly would have loved to just fucking gonk them one on the face.
Yeah, or in my case, that would be 112.
The 1-1-2 combo.
But, you know, police numbers are being different in each country. Yeah.
No, but I'm not even
Fight
talking
for
about the
Yeah,
police.
but like...
I'm just literally talking
you
about
had it bad,
punching them in the
trust me.
face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, if you think you had it bad, trust me. The fact that I had to experience this somewhat recent, might I add, again, the fact that I just had to sit with that, I just could not believe that it happened. I just couldn't believe that I wasn't
Wait, and this was
any
in
of this shit
college?
until college.
This was in college?
Yes.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
And again, not even too long ago.
What?
We've been since you were gone.
Yeah. If you think you had it bad, nah.
I had a mental breakdown, and now Bolt explained his story. Yeah, I had a mental breakdown. Not like I was crying
As you
or
do.
shit like that. Bolt heard me just fucking go off. People are fucking morons. Humanity is just stupid.
So I found a funny thing, a vaguely funny thing though, related to humanity being fucking stupid.
Okay.
So the United States has agreed to give Ukraine depleted uranium shells as they've been saying they're going to do for a while, and Russia's throwing a fit again as they've been doing. And some American generals are like, if you have a problem with it, just withdraw your tanks. Just leave. Just stop waging a war of aggression, you fat bastard.
It's so simple.
Go home.
It's so simple, but nah.
Just go home. And then it's
that's
like
just humanity.
freaking. There was a confirmed that Ukraine lost a Challenger 2, which is a British tank that they got given, and all the Russia stuff's like, oh, look, laugh at the Westerns, and everyone in the West okay, and?
Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've had it for 3 months and they've lost 1. Oh no.
Whoa.
Anyway.
Also, the entire crew survived, so they're probably already in a new one.
Yeah.
Because
That just
unlike
seems like a
Russia's
certified-
tanks,
Oh no! Anyway.
because unlike Russia's tanks, Western tanks don't just explode when they get hit, because they don't have their ammunition in the crew compartment.
Yeah.
No, Kid Icarus, we can't do that. Whether or not they work, they claim they have nukes, and no one's willing to test if they work.
We wouldn't want a mutually
Plus-
assured destruction.
Plus, it would mean Russia would suffer a nuclear winter, which means they'd be entirely uninvadable. Because it would mean it'd be winter year-round. I'm kind of surprised Putin hasn't gotten a katana drone to the face. I mean, not really, but fucking American katana drone, katana missiles.
Katana missiles.
Are you familiar with America's sword missiles?
No.
So this is a. Hold on, let me find a picture of it. Sword missile, U.S. Here it is. It's a modified American missile where they've just stuck swords on it.
Oh my god.
There it is. There's like a diagram I found. It's like the third result on Google. Anyway.
It's pretty small.
It is a sword missile. The missile with swords on it. The U.S. has used to assassinate terrorist leaders, and also show off how fucking good Americans' precision weapons are. Yes. For context, Jimmy, of how good this shit is. So freaking. Meanwhile, keep in mind, Russia's struggling to hit the right fucking field, okay, with their weapons, because what are fucking guided munitions? Meanwhile, this fucking American missile with swords on it.
Yeah.
If you piss off the CIA and the CIA decides you need to die from this thing, and they're gonna take you out while you're in your car, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They need to know which seat of the car you're in. Because they can take you out and not hurt the other people in the car. Not hurt them very bad, but, you know. They can target individual passengers in a vehicle that's moving. There was one guy who they got with it, who was like, he was like in like his apartment in the Middle East somewhere.
Yeah.
He's like drinking like his morning coffee or whatever. The missile comes in one window, ganks him, goes out the other window.
Damn. Also, I just random comic that I found while browsing Twitter. I'll just post it on
Oh, no,
images so
Twitter.
people. No, it's actually pretty cute. It's Pokemon related, first of all. I also have a good night, Kit. Sleep well. Also, Mina, are you still in chat? Yes, she is. Look at the image that I put that is on the Roomba font today.
Yeah.
Pichu too small. Little man can't reach for the card reader. But yeah, I was just too long didn't read. I was just having a mental breakdown because I really can't fucking believe that I'm first of all, the Roomba thought usually I feel like I'm left out because you and me have way more interesting things to talk about than I do. Second of all, I feel like my streams get too much recognition, but at the same time they don't get enough recognition. Because I have nearly 150 followers, while Mina only has like 60, and she deserves way more. Octo, well, yes, he has more followers than I do. He should have way more, minimum 300. And you know, Kane's trying. He definitely could do better. And at the same time, it's like I was talking with I think at that moment Kid was in chat, and so was Bull. I'm like. He was like, Octo plays, you know, more popular games. He plays fighting games. And I'm like, yeah. But at the same time, those are the games he likes. And I'm playing the games I like, and I want to show to the world. And some days, when I finish stream and I have, you know, Twitch on my other computer, the creator dashboard, And like, and I see like each time I check, it's like 2 people, 1 people, and like, well, guess it's just me, and that's when I fall silent because there's no one watching, there's no interaction in chat, and I guess it just feels infuriating. I guess. I just wish I could talk to more people and do more shit because this is what I like to do, but kind of fucking hard.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the gist of it. So like, if I know I'm sometimes quiet, like I was thinking like one of these weeks I'm just not going to be in the room. But I thought I'm just gonna be silent, muted, and I'm gonna let you, Mina, and Bull talk, and see how that does.
The Roomba of thought.
The host doesn't talk; he just stands there, watching.
Also, I put the response to the comic you shared.
Yes.
Okay, I will take a look at that. Oh no!
With the
Yeah.
folding chair, I shall fight God.
Yes. Yes, because that's Emmet. Why the fuck is he going Hisui?
Yeah, that's just like one of the weirdest like things. Is everyone's like, "Yo, why is the subway man here? Why is the subway man in ancient Sinnoh?"
Because reasons.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Funny subway man. Honestly, the battle subway was one of the best parts of Gen 5 in my opinion.
I think it was pretty good too.
I wish like you could actually like use it better to like actually get around the region. Like when you finish it, you could actually be places. There's a couple places that were like that, but there's only like a couple of them.
Hmm. But it is.
Freaking based on New York City, they actually have public transit that works.
Fly.
Like,
Honestly.
I mean, you technically do have the battle station, which is technically a train station, but that's mostly for fighting.
yeah, the battle subway.
Yep. So.
I mean, I wish like you could connect the different cities around the region, and every time you got to a new city, it unlocked a new station, and you could ride one of the new subways.
That would
You could
be
like
cool.
actually ride the battle subway between places and do stuff as like a mini game. It wouldn't be very practical, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree.
There's a couple cities that you can only access via the subway, but there's like nothing there.
There's one town that you can technically access on the subways, and there's something in the weekends. I should probably check it out later. It is. It has been 2.5 hours, and it is 9 p.m. So we're gonna let the race clock over to the lot 100, and then we're gonna, start ending the stream. Do you
Also, everyone who's in the chat, in like 2 hours or like an hour from now, over on twitch.tv/Mina Raichu, we have our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Dragons shenanigans, because that got moved to Sunday because Mina has work.
You had already said that?
Works with the children. The crazy youths who, according to Mina, are very crazy, very annoying, and apparently already saying very cringe jokes.
Yes.
In their topics.
Yes, because we grow up in different generations, but at the same time, I honestly feel like
Well, not cringe as in like you're cringing at them because they're bad. You're cringing at them because, ooh, no, don't. That's not how you joke. Don't. That's no.
that's no good.
The taste is awful.
No.
Nah.
And I'm usually over joking about things that shouldn't be joked about, but this is like no.
Just don't joke about that.
There's the difference between things that you shouldn't joke about and things where it's like, no, that's just you being mean and being awful.
Because
People
children
joking about that.
are cruel. And
Joking about like military poopy is one thing, But apparently means like, yeah, no, some of them are just flat out telling like racist jokes. Like, oh, you work with like sixth
Oh.
graders.
That's 11, 12 years old.
That's
I think so. About. I mean, I just said in chat using gay as an insult type jokes. Bro, what is this, like freaking 1980?
No,
Yeah.
what is this? 2010?
No, 2010 was your mama jokes.
No, 2010 also had gay insults. I know this because I was insulted a lot being called gay.
I didn't really notice that in that time period.
I did, but that's more of a
Maybe that was just the Spain
yeah, I guess so.
trend. Because that was also like just before like all those trends really became like international. Because that was right before the internet really took off.
Yep.
That was like when the biggest YouTubers like Captain Sparkles.
Oh my god. Or PewDiePie. Or Smosh.
Captain Sparkles like still does YouTube.
Yeah. And oh wait,
Popular
PewDiePie does.
recommended- like one of his new videos probably recommended. He's like, oh my god, that guy's still doing it. Wow,
I mean, Smosh is now back
he's
together.
doing good.
2000s was then when they had an assembly in elementary to tell us not to say that. We didn't have that luck, so people would insulting me because I was fat, telling me that I was pregnant. Yes, you heard that right. And B, because of that, they also called me gay.
Bruh.
And I'm talking 6th grade, 7th grade. And they also laughed at me because I wasn't able to roll my R's correctly. Now I can, but back in the day, I sounded like Perry the Platypus. I did the...
Rolling R's hard.
Yeah, but you're American. You are not really used to rolling your R's. In
True.
Spain, we are.
I tried to learn Spanish, okay? Emphasis on tried.
No,
Failed.
as I said, I get it. For you American people, it's not as easy because you're not as used to doing so. But for Spanish people, not being able to roll your R's, it's not really the best thing. But yeah, I used to get in a lot of fights when I was a preteen. Not as a teenager. When I was a teenager, I calmed down. But when I was a preteen, I actually got in a lot of fights. Like until 8th grade, I was very much not a problem child, but I got into fights because I just didn't want to deal with fucking bullies. So I would fight them. I usually end up crying because usually 2 versus 1 is not very fair.
I remember in high school, the principal like went in a had pride himself on the fact that, like the school had not had like a fight in like 5 years, and then like
that week a fight started.
week there was a fight.
Yeah. I think they were like, okay, we have to stage a fight. Ready? Fuck this dude.
And the thing is, I don't even think it was like a big fight. I think it's like one guy threw like one punch. It was like more than just the funny like friend punch. It was like actually threw like one punch, like punched like one guy like in the chest or something, and then they just like slapped each other for like 2 minutes. I don't even think it was like that big a deal. It's like it was like one that's like technically counted. It's like it's just like, bruh,
Indeed, bruh.
Bruh moment. I think the other thing though that was like kind of weird is there was one person on like the school staff at the high school who to put in perspective how long they've been there, they're like, oh, are you like these people's child? I'm like, yes, like, yo, I was their teacher.
Nice.
Bruh.
Yeah. Oh, there goes an ad again.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm from Guatemala, the other kids were Mexican. I know, but like, when you think about, and this is not to be racist, but from what you see from experience and from seeing from other places, a lot of the time, kids just mix things into one thing. And when people...
Americans just mix things together.
Yeah, especially Americans.
It's like there's a gag in a classic American cartoon where it's like, new neighbor moves in, and they're trying to and asking like where he's from. Says he's from Laos. From Laos. He's like, so was that Japanese or Chinese? Laotian. So was that Japanese or Chinese?
Which is neither.
You know, it's neither. But it's the Americans in geography.
Yeah, Americans.
And the thing is, I want to mess with that kind of thing. It's like some people are like, oh, that's like a race. No, it's not a racist joke if you don't know what the fuck Laos is, and you're like, is that? I'm aware of two kinds of Asians, Japan and China, because that's all you know, because you're an ignorant American. Not knowing the others doesn't mean you're racist. That just means you're ignorant. There's a difference.
I mean, India's technically Asia. Welcome back, Nina.
Yeah, it's Asia. It's not one of the ones you know, and you just assume it's one of the ones you know. That's like, it's like, go to you, Jim. It's like, so are you English or French?
What?
It's American and geography. It's like, you're not from either of those, but you're from Europe, and if I only know England and France as places in Europe, I'd ask which one. Because I don't know. And especially if I'm an ignorant American. It's that same kind of thing.
Silly Americans. Oh.
And it's like, once the character like figures out what it is, he's like, cool with it. He's like, oh, okay. That place, okay.
But the thing is, that's, in TVs and such, but in real life, they use that to bully you. Like, Mark hated, for, like, when he was a teenager, he hated being Korean, because people, picked up on him because he was Korean. And kids, ignorant Americans, they will insult you even though you're not from the place they're trying to insult you from. That's kind of a double insult, if I'm honest, there.
There was I saw a thing talking. It was a movie. They were doing like a commentary thing in the movie, for like both in universe and out of universe, where it's like it was like set in America. It's like there's a character's a Sikh, and he gets mistaken for a Muslim, and because Americans, that movie gets harassed by the police because of it. Even though it's a completely different religion, it's just they both have parts of it where there's turbans involved. Ignorant Americans go burr.
Yeah.
And then you've got the frickin' all the Muslim stuff nowadays, because that's the thing everyone's worried about, because terrorism.
Even though there's perfectly normal Muslim people.
Yeah, it's perfectly normal Muslim people. It's like, and also the low-key how much of like the Islamic terrorism is like America's fault.
Yes.
United States basically bankrolling the Taliban when they were fighting the Soviet Union.
Yep.
Isn't it just have to do a little fart? That's fine.
And then they got shot at them back in the ass.
Yeah. Man, I went into this not wanting to talk about tomorrow, but
I think there's a movie about something similar-ish.
There's an arc in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's an actual thing in Clone Wars. They have U.S. funding the Taliban allegory in the Clone Wars in Star Wars.
Because the Jedi and the clones.
The actual thing.
Damn.
No, there's an arc in the Clone Wars where it's like, yeah, they're funding the rebels, blah blah blah. It is very, very heavily inspired because and then they've got the new flying helicopter gunship stand-ins, and then they have to smuggle in the Stinger stand-ins via third parties because they can't directly give them. And then later, one of the characters shows back up to just really bully the Empire and do terrorism.
Ah, yes. Because that makes sense.
it's like so just blatant, and I'm sure that obviously goes over most people's heads because American.
Because Americans are stupid again. Because Americans are ignorant. Sorry. We're not saying all of them are.
Stupid Americans in like the frickin' sequel trilogy. Keep politics out of Star Wars. While original trilogy, literal Nazi allegory. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Huh.
If you want what it is actually the allegory that the sequel trilogy is supposed to be. It's the fucking neo-Nazis. Like looked at it. Looked at all the shit that they did. It's like let's do it again.
I mean, technically, Asterix and Obelix is also a Nazi allegory.
Which allegory?
Asterix and Obelix is technically,
Not familiar with that one.
You don't know Asterix and Obelix?
Nope.
Bruh. So, okay, quick resume. It's about we're going back in time to the era of the Romans. Julius Caesar. And
Dickus.
Yeah. And they conquered the entire Gallia, except for one tiny town of reduct galleons that fends them off and goes on crazy adventures around Roman Europe. And it's an allegory because, the French, first of all, it was made by French people, and second of all, it was at that time like...
resistance allegory, okay.
Exactly. The Nazis are the Romans, and the French resistance is the little town.
Vive resistance.
You should probably... Like, it would be funny... okay, let me send you a GIF. I'll send it on images. Because I'm surprised you don't know about Asterix and Obelix.
I may just not recognize the name. It may be called something different in America.
No, because it's the name of the two protagonists. Asterix is the small one, Obelix is the fatty.
Oh, that, like, animated... I've seen, like, the animation before, at least.
I've read the comics.
I watched the show, though.
Also, we never talked about that one soccer creeper from Spain. Football creeper from Spain? What the fuck? Next time Jimmy updates on that, I hope he goes to jail.
Creeper, aw man.
When did I talk about that? I'm confused now.
Don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. Mina, explain. Please explain. I am very confused. I have no idea what you're
please
talking
enlighten the Spaniard on the Spanish news.
Yeah, because I don't like watching the news. I'd rather
Honestly,
spend my time watching TV, watching how to cook things, than watching the news.
The thing with the news is the news is like not even like low key. It is just like how the elite control people. Not make that up. They've actually done studies. It's like, oh yeah, because the thing is, it's not that the news tells you what to think, because usually it doesn't. Fox. Usually the news doesn't tell you what to think. However, the news does do very well is tell you what to think about. Like they did a study specifically in Australia where it's like, how like the news like influenced one of the elections. Like, like 6 weeks before the election.
Yeah.
Like the 5 most said words on like Australian news were like taxes, taxation. All tax. They wouldn't shut up about it. Who would have? And then what happened? The party that's campaigning on tax policy is the one that wins. That's all anyone was thinking about, because that's all the news said is think about tax.
Yes.
It's if the news news doesn't talk about something, it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Well, unless you're the Simpsons, they can just do whatever and somehow still get it right.
Well, yep, Mina's talking in chat. That is sus as hell.
Oh, right! I forgot. Yeah, okay.
Blocked that.
Yeah, it was after the the like world football finals, like the World Football Championship of.
Oh yeah, the women's one. And we actually have to call football again because the Americans lost this time. We didn't win again.
And, I don't think America has ever won anything related to football, like actual football.
America apparently won like the world women's football like twice in a row.
Oh goddamn! Okay, never mind.
We were like apparently going for 3.
Goddamn. I'm pretty sure it was 2 EU countries going at the finals. Let me
We didn't get to
see.
the finals this time. We got knocked out in like the quarterfinals this time or something. Which then apparently, freaking like, America's like, oh look, they've gone woke and they lost. Like, bruh, shut the fuck up.
They got. Excuse me. What?
The American politicians are just smooth brain. Freaking, we've got the fucking term woke, which is basically just American conservative for anything they don't like.
You got knocked out on. I'm looking at all the matches. You weren't in quarters, so you were probably knocked out in eighths. Because it was Spain, England, and for third, fourth was Switzerland against Australia, which is.
I only know like anything about this because this was like going on when I was like going to work and I'd drive to work and I had the radio on and probably about a third of the time it was actually telling me news and the other 2/3 of the time it was ads.
Yeah, it was. You guys lost to Sweden, not Switzerland. Sweden in eights, 1-0. So like you fell down pretty. Like yeah, you got past the actual like round robin, but you lost on that.
Ah well.
EP Spain.
Don't care.
Spain W. Oh, it is on camera that it happened, but you know. Oh well. Just fucking.
Trying to gaslight gatekeep girl boss his way out of this.
Exactly, even though he's a man.
Well, he's the boss of the girls, so.
Fair enough. The most discussed Spanish newscaster saying it was no big deal, especially when the game.
Embezzled money to fuel his porn addiction. Oh my god. That's such a stupid thing to embezzle it for as well. Come on, just go on like Tumblr or something, or Twitter or whatever.
And this is why I don't watch the news.
Bruh.
I guess Nina is more on that. It's more in touch with that.
Why would you embezzle money for that? That's the stupidest fucking thing to embezzle money for.
What is
Well,
embezzling
there are
money?
people. Oh, you know, there's a saying for that here. There's someone.
Embezzling money is fancy term for stealing it, basically.
Oh,
Stealing it, but like from your job.
bruh. Both. What's the?
Yeah.
It got kind of muffled. Could you repeat that?
Oh. What I said was like, there's like a small saying for that, which basically as a rough translation, there's gonna be someone for something. Doesn't matter what it is. There's always gonna be one person to do that specific thing.
So hookers and drugs, bruh.
Okay, that's different. It's still a dumb thing to embezzle money for, but like,
Mina,
still.
are you still busy right now? Or do you think you can cover for me while I'm going to do chores and have dinner? Based on a healthy relationship with text, because you're not being your woman, I totally agree. People are sometimes fucked in the head. Yeah, Mina, do you think you can back me up? Or are you still busy?
I think Mina's probably prepping for PMDD because it's like in half an hour.
Ah, she's at the supermarket. She was shopping. Alright then.
Oh, no. The supermarket, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna leave you
He's
two
gonna get
then.
marked. Oh no.
I'm hungry. I need to go get lunch. I'm hungry.
Okay, then I guess I'm
And
gonna.
that's gonna be I'm going to go out to the fridge and microwave some leftovers, but still.
Yeah, well, wait. What were you gonna say, Jimmy?
I think then I'm gonna probably stop stream for today. Since you know we're nearly 3 hours deep into this, we We were going to have stopped 20 minutes ago, but things just kind of went out of
We
control.
had no technical issues too.
What technical issues again?
We didn't have any.
Yeah, actually true. We didn't have any technical
It's
issues.
Don't jinx it now, come
no
on.
technical issues on your Spanish Wi-Fi.
It's not just my Wi-Fi. It's also my computer. But that's besides the point.
Well, when you were in France, you had no problems.
True, that is right.
Anyway,
yeah.
to the ones who are watching, thanks for coming, I guess.
Yeah.
Question mark?
We're gonna put up the ending stream screen, and we're gonna see who we can read. If, of course, anyone in chat has any idea, we do have a I forgot to add one of the redeems. I wanted to add a funny.
What you're about to do.
I wanted to add a funny redeem today. So you guys know how some people have the a soundboard for memes and such, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking of making a redeem so I can just do a random meme noise. Because why the
Steel
fuck not?
pipe noise.
Yes.
not something like that, but like
Not steel pipe, but like
Yes.
the Among Us.
but like for example,
The
Among Us.
sounds. Yeah, Among Us, the emergency meeting, the start
No,
of
no, no,
round,
no, no.
imposter noise,
Me,
dust
no.
noise.
Like, when I mean meme
No,
noises,
no,
I mean
what-
meme noises I can make. Not play a meme.
Oh.
Not play a meme from a soundboard. I mean actual memes that I could replicate.
Oh, okay.
Like randomly go, two guys sitting in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
An old school Vine memes.
Or like randomly going, Yamada!
They've unspoiled it! Rattle 'em, boys!
Rattle 'em, boys!
Skeletor laugh.
Anyway, you guys. Anyway, like you guys can have fun. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sleep or not. Should I fall asleep before the stream begins? I'm just gonna ask tomorrow or sometime down the line what happened
Fair enough.
within that
Watch the
session.
VOD.
True.
Yeah.
What
Shit
else would
post
do
too
that?
close to the sun.
And now we're
Another question, but that would be like.
now we're in the
I could watch the
moon.
Like yeah, I could watch the fall, but then I
Wanna
have to
piss
look
on
where,
the
where it
moon.
starts.
We're currently pissing on the moon. Alright. I know who I'm going to rate because this looks really funny not to do it. Raid.
No, wait, see ya.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah. Have fun.
And 9, 6. What is talking about? Oh, I guess. Oh, that's probably an L, not a capital I. Fuck it, I'm not rating them. too complicated. I'm too stupid.
Your small dum dum brain can't handle it anymore.
My brain's fucking stupid, bro. I'm fucking retarded.
Like, if I'm unable to make it to the stream, could you like send me the VOD whenever it's up and
I will do.
like send it to where it will start from where it begins? Like, I don't want to look for the starting time card. If I
No,
can
it's probably
just-
gonna be like as soon as we start the stream, it will probably just outright start the D&D. Even though you should probably
Yeah.
stick for the whole thing because even though like sometimes the beginning is kind of funny, you know what? We're gonna.
Like, what should I do?
Yeah, we're gonna rate this person. They are shiny hunting a
it's
game
useless,
in
by the way.
20 games, which I find incredibly commendable and also very funny. So we're gonna go raid Little Binky. He is currently playing Pokemon Fire Red / Leaf Green. He is shiny hunting for Magmar. Yeah, Magmar. He's shiny hunting for the pink fire-breathing Pokemon. So after this, in around 40 minutes to an hour, I'm gonna be back here on Twitch on Mina Raichu's stream for Pokemon D&D. But now we're gonna go see the man hunt for the funny fire duck. Bye bye
Colors.
of the rainbow. Alright. And
Alright, let's get this stream now, right? But yeah, stop the stream. That was really freaking fun.